Hi, today I'm going to be explaining what are micro front ends. So basically, micro front ends are the front end counterpart of microservices. So this idea has been there for a long time. Uh, we used to have Java, we used to call it portlets, and in the Internet Explorer there used to be Edge and an iframe, and this allowed, and Google also launched one automation or a widget based I think it was called Google Desktop or Google Home, iGoogle, I think it was called. So we had iGoogle and we had portlets. So micro frontend is a similar concept, but it is coming in the newer languages for things like Angular and React. So basically, what micro frontends does is, suppose you have to create a page, and the page has header, a footer, and content, and three teams are there. One controls the header, one controls the middle, and one controls the footer. And you don't want to build a monolithic front end. You can have three micro front ends independently created and three independent teams, and all of them produce the one team produces the header, one team produces the body, one team produces the footer, and each team choose its own technology stack and common libraries. And then we have a shell app which boots and gets all these micro front ends together and also manages the communication between the micro front ends. So this top um, uh, header, body, footer is one type of slicing of the micro frontend, which is done purely based on the structure. And the other form of slicing is based on the functionality. For example, you go to Amazon, the team that handles your review ratings, the team that handles your shipping, and the team that handles the book display, the ISBN number, and the statistically significant phrases, they are all different teams actually. And there is no single UX team for all of them. Each the review team controls its own display. The the shipping team controls its own display, and the front end team is all distributed. They all control their own display, and they all have a failback. So micro frontends is an excellent thing. I had recommended it in 2016 because there was a proliferation of different versions of Angular JS. Like you had Angular JS 1.1, 1.2, then 1.5, then Angular JS 2, which was not even Angular JS. Then we had Angular. And how do you then construct something in which you don't have to rewrite everything and the UX team has to rewrite everything from scratch? So we can make one, for example, the header can be in Angular JS 1.2 and the footer can be in Angular JS 1.5, doesn't matter, or React JS for that matter. And so each team has control independent. So one slicing is structural, the other slicing is business based slicing. So you can there are different forms of slicing. This is micro front ends. I worked in micro front ends. It's very good, and it is the way forward to create a very good front end architecturally. Do read more about it. There's a book called Micro Frontends in Action, so each controls its own display, and there's a complete decoupling, and there's a shell app, and there is something called Webpack which helps with building this, and you can move all the shared libraries to a shared path. So it allows for a lot of cool things to do in the front end aspect. So the user is seeing uh, what is meant done by multiple teams rather than done by one UX team in the web application. So that is the micro front ends. I hope you enjoyed my explanation. Slightly complex topic, but quite interesting. From if you are into the web app, so that is a micro front end. Thank you.